Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Self Engineer K, and today we've got quite a lot of stuff to go through. We're going to be going through the Givenchy drop for tomorrow. Just going to be looking at some of the details around that. We also have a confirmation of another new artist that's coming to VeVe, so I just wanted to touch on that as well. It was one that we covered previously, but now we have official confirmation. And I did also want to touch a little bit on a VeVe user who has finally come to Twitter. It's one that I have kind of spoken about on Twitter myself, but it's really important that we do kind of cover the sort of group that he falls into, as well as just touching a little bit on what I covered in yesterday's video with regards to the issue with securities offerings and staking. I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail about that because some of you guys did ask about in the comments. There was a little bit of confusion, so I just wanted to make this super clear for you guys. And we do want to just touch on with what's happening in the overall market sentiment, and our price analysis for today. So if we go straight into it now, we know that the Givenchy drop is tomorrow. We have the details for that, and we know that one of these drops is going to be animated from what I've seen. So I just wanted to share. Okay, so we saw a few interesting tidbits there. We did see that the logo was it appeared to be animated. I'm not sure if the actual version we get, if that's going to be animated or not, but I believe the rare, which is going to be priced at 100 gems, which is interesting. It's priced at higher than the ultra rares. That is supposed to be animated, so it's going to be a kind of portrait displaying various different images for the LGBTQIA plus and a fundraiser. Now around that point, there was an interesting question when the community raised, because the proceeds of this drop are going to be going towards raising funds for Pride. Does that mean we are going to have any funds from this drop to be used towards buybacks? Now, initially, from what I had read, it was said that for every dollar used on the app, that is what they're going to be using 10% of that for buybacks. Now, whether the dollar spent on the app, what they do with that revenue, whether that's going to the company or to Pride, that wasn't really specified. It was just, for the money that we spend on the app, they're going to spend 10% of that towards buybacks to replenish the supply of, reserve OMI that's being burnt. So it'll be interesting to hear, from the team, just what's going to be happening with that. And on that point, what I did also just want to share is the actual specific numbers, like I said. So we know that there are 1952 editions of the rare, and this is 100 gems, so it's more than the ultra rares. And this is apparently supposedly going to be animated, so it should look something similar to this. So you can see kind of you've got this animated portrait that's switching between various different images. And yeah, you guys can just kind of see what that looks like. So I believe this one is priced higher just because it's got that animated factor, but we will find out for sure whether it's animated or not. And then we've got two ultra rares, and I don't believe I've seen a drop with two ultra rares in it before, so I actually don't know which one I'm going to get. Do I go for the potentially animated one? Do I go for one of the ultra rares? If I did go for the ultra rares, I'd probably go for the Cleopatra. And then we've got the logo, which we saw in the trailer. It was animated, it looked animated, so I assume it's going to be animated as well. So it's going to be an interesting one to get. And this one has 1978, so it's got the most number of editions. List price is 50. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, tricky one. I'm pretty sure 1978 is going to be worth a lot if anyone can kind of grab that one, but I'm looking forward to this. It's definitely a unique cut type of drop. Now, another artist that was confirmed is Frank Kozik. So Frank Kozik, for those of you who don't know, he does actually have some work on OpenSea already. And you guys can kind of see the general prices of his work. So, some for like 0.33 Ether, some for 0.2, some for like 0.125. So it's kind of around the more, if it was on VeVe, the very, very high end, you're looking at $200, $300 for his NFTs, upwards of that. And, he has got quite a few people who have bought some stuff. He's traded, 8.4 Ether worth of NFTs on here. And you can have a look at his Instagram. He does have quite a lot of followers as well, 52K. And I'm pretty sure we'll probably get these bunny looking things, because these just seem to be, a lot of what his work's based around. But it's gonna be pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing another artist. We did have Ron English quite recently, and we had some other artists teased in some of the previous articles as examples. So if they are examples, we may or may not get them, but we'll see. And now what I did also want to touch on is, this is a tweet by Ray Fixie, and for those of you who aren't aware, or if you are following my Twitter, then you would be aware. I was trying to win a Ritmo, and I just kept seeing this guy, Ray Fixie, bidding on every single Ritmo. I then had a look at Golden Dragon Girls, and he appeared to have been bidding on every single one. So he bought every single Golden Dragon Girl valued at like 1.5K or less on the market. And he has just tweeted saying, he loves collecting NFTs. He's going to bring $300,000 more into VeVe next week. And he's looking for Donny, 660 Mira, and some other ones. Now, that's pretty interesting, because he did also tweet somewhere down here that he's looking to raise the floor price on some of the collectibles, Superman being one. So Superman value has been going up from what I can see, and I'm pretty sure it's going to keep going up, because he can buy out quite a lot of the Supermen in the market. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, but there are other people like him. He's not the only one. He's just one that I saw coincidentally, because I was trying to win a bid on Ritmo, which I still don't have yet. So I'm still looking to get Ritmo. The floor price on that has actually dropped, so I may try and get one next week if I can. But, there are people out there who are looking to raise the floor prices of collectibles. It's just the same as, having a monopoly on a cryptocurrency, for example. So you have to be aware that when there are people who hold monopolies, they kind of control that market. So just as easy as they can increase the floor price, they can decrease the floor price. They can sell off a large chunk of their holdings, which would make sense for them to do at some point. So you just need to be 100% aware of that. Now, what I did also want to touch on is this whole issue around crypto staking, specifically staking in the context of OMI. Now, some people were confused. They were saying, oh, you can stake Ethereum, you can do this with Cardano. Does that make them securities? And we just have to be clear what type of staking it is. And if you're following the Ripple lawsuit, then you may already be familiar with some of these concepts. So the Howey test, for example, aims to establish whether a asset is a security or not. So staking, if you are staking for the purposes of maintaining integrity of a blockchain, so initially it came from the proof of stake consensus. So you're kind of a validator on this network. And if we have a look, so not only does this save computing energy, but stake funds help to align incentives between the node operators. And when you're staking money, a node operator establishes himself as a good actor whose interests are aligned with the community. So is this an investment of money? Yes, it is. Is there an expectation of profit? Yes. Do the returns come wholly from the effort of others? No, you need to perform a service to earn rewards. So moreover, this service has expenses. So, you have to run your computer. So you're basically working for the money. And that's kind of a key point to remember. You're doing some kind of work for the money that you're getting back. And it's the investment in a common enterprise. Yes, all stakers are doing the same thing, and the profits are pooled before being distributed. So proof of stake aligns with 3 of the 4 prongs of the Howey test. However, since the person who staked the funds is providing a service, this means that the returns are not entirely based on the efforts of others. So therefore, proof of stake should not be considered an investment contract by definition by the SEC. Now, because you're doing some kind of work in order to get that, that's the key kind of takeaway here. crypto staking as an investment. Now, let's say contrast that to OMI. If you were to take your OMI, put it on the app, and then for your OMI on the app, you expect some kind of rewards, then that would be an investment of your money. You are investing your money. You're expecting a profit because you're putting your money on OMI in order to stake it. Do the returns come from the effort, wholly from the effort of others? That would be a yes as well. And is the investment in a common enterprise? So yes, it would fall under that as well. If you were to do some kind of work on the app with your OMI tokens, then yes, you could argue it's not a security. But this is what I mean, that VeVe has to be very careful. What they can do to get around it is they could offer you something that's not OMI, that doesn't hold monetary value outside of VeVe. In this case, they could offer you maybe some kind of exclusive NFTs. And I believe that's what they have alluded to doing. If you were to put your OMI tokens on there and then get OMI as a reward, what they could do is get you to do certain tasks within the app and then reward you with OMI. That's perfectly fine. Coinbase does that. If you watch some videos, if you do some quizzes, you get rewarded in whatever cryptocurrency that Coinbase is paying you in. So it would be cool if they make some educational videos on OMI about NFTs, and then you do some quizzes and stuff, and then at the end of it, you get rewarded with some OMI. That is perfectly fine. They can do that. So that's the main distinction I want to make, is staking can fall under the security, under the asset being a security, if it hits those 4 prongs of the Howey test. But the key one being that's not being hit for proof of stake consensus is the point of the type of work you're doing, because you are performing work through investing in your, a good GPU, running the kind of whole hashing algorithm, etc., all of that stuff. Now, on that point, with what's happening in the market, we do know that Bitcoin is also being banned by China for like the 10 trillionth time. Well, they're kind of cracking down on pure mining, and that caused some more FUD in the market. So we are seeing a bit of a pullback on the market. So in terms of OMI's price, if you just hop straight into that. Okay, so we did see quite a big dip. Now, we have seen a pullback later today. And now we are sitting comfortably around about this kind of a 0.18, 0.19 cent region. And I think, we will probably just pull back and continue to drop further. I'm expecting us to drop further until we get some solid announcements. So that's pretty much what I've got on the price. But we are supposed to be seeing buybacks this month. We'll see if that happens, but I'm hoping that happens after the 26th of June, because that's when I'm going to have another buy-in for OMI. Now, that's pretty much everything I want to go through with you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, support the content, and I'll keep you guys updated with info as I find out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.